Overheads. Noun. The expense of a business not directly assigned to goods or services provided. Noun. An overhead projector. Scene. Verb. Stative. To perceive or detect with the eyes, or as if by sight. Reed. Noun. Any of various types of tall, stiff, perennial grass-like plants growing together in groups near water. Comes. Verb. To move from further away to nearer to. Kindergarten. Noun. An educational institution for young children, usually between ages 4 and 6. Nursery school. Riders. Noun. One who rides, often on a horse or a motorcycle. Advertise. Verb. To give, especially public, notice of something, to announce publicly. Gifted. Verb. To give as a gift or donation. Adjective. Endowed with special, in particular intellectual, abilities. Applicant. Noun. One who applies for something. One who makes a request. A petitioner. Build. Noun. The physique of a human body. Constitution or structure of a human body. Verb. To form something by combining materials or parts. Patience. Noun. The quality of being patient. Overwhelming. Verb. To engulf, surge over and submerge. Noun. A situation of being overwhelmed. Adjective. Overpowering, staggering, or irresistibly strong. Groundsman. Noun. A male groundskeeper. Destroy. Verb. To damage beyond use or repair. Controlled. Verb. To exercise influence over. To suggest or dictate the behavior of. Adjective. Inhibited or restrained in one's words and actions. Magnifying. Verb. To praise, glorify, someone or something, especially God. Elders. Noun. An older person or an older member, usually a leader, of some community. Verb. To admonish or reprove for improper conduct by the elders of the meeting. Noun. A small tree. Sambucus nigra, having white flowers in a cluster. An edible purple berries. Alignment. Noun. An arrangement of items in a line. Revive. Verb. To return to life, to become reanimated or reinvigorated. Restore. Noun. The act of recovering data or a system from a backup. Verb. To re-establish, or bring back into existence. Doorbell. Noun. A device on or adjacent to an outer door for announcing one's presence. It can be mechanical, directly sounding a bell, or a button that electrically sounds a chime or buzzer inside the building. Verb. To ring many doorbells in an effort to contact people and thereby spread information or solicit. Passport. Noun. An official document normally used for international journeys, which proves the identity and nationality of the person for whom it was issued. Alive. Adjective. Having life. Living. Not dead. Adjective. Only used attributively. Having life. That is alive. Button. Noun. One who adjusts, especially for the insurance industry's employment title, loss adjuster, or claims adjuster in the United States. Noun. A knob or disc that is passed through a loop or buttonhole, serving as a fastener. Noun. In a violin family instrument. The carved wooden plug which sits in the bottom block of the instrument. Note. Noun. Heading. A symbol or annotation. Verb. To notice with care. To observe. To remark. To heed. Joker. Noun. A person who makes jokes. Banknote. Noun. A promissory note issued by a bank, payable at a given time to a specific beneficiary. Allocated. Verb. To set aside for a purpose. Adjective. Having been granted an allocation. Having received something as part of a plan or scheduled disbursement. Having been assigned something that was set aside for a particular purpose. Dance. Noun. A sequence of rhythmic steps or movements usually performed to music, for pleasure or as a form of social interaction. Verb. To move with rhythmic steps or movements, especially in time to music. Pal. Noun. A friend, buddy, mate, cobber, someone to hang around with. Verb. Be friends with, hang around with. Grades. Noun. A rating. Verb. To assign scores to the components of an academic test. Noun. Grammar school, primary school, or the years of school prior to high school. Mortgage. Noun. A special form of secured loan where the purpose of the loan must be specified to the lender. To purchase assets that must be fixed, not movable, property, such as a house or piece of farmland. The assets are registered as the legal property of the borrower, but the lender can seize them and dispose of them if they are not satisfied with the manner in which the repayment of the loan is conducted by the borrower. Once the loan is fully repaid, the lender loses this right of seizure and the assets are then deemed to be unencumbered. Verb. To borrow against a property. To obtain a loan for another purpose by giving away the right of seizure to the lender over a fixed property such as a house or piece of land. To pledge a property in order to get a loan. Pretend. Verb. To claim. To allege, especially when falsely or as a form of deliberate deception. Adjective. Not really what it is represented as being. Imaginary. Feigned. Gender. Noun. Class. Kind. Verb. To assign a gender to a person. To perceive as having a gender. To address using terms, pronouns, nouns, adjectives that express a certain gender. Noun. Sound uttered by the mouth, especially by human beings in speech or song. Sound thus uttered considered as possessing some special quality or character. Involved. Verb. To roll or fold up, to wind round, to entwine. Adjective. Complicated. Entirely. Adverb. To the full or entire extent. Calculate. Verb. To determine the value of something or the solution to something by a mathematical process. Looker. Noun. One that looks or is actively looking. A watcher, an observer. Cheated. Verb. To violate rules in order to gain advantage from a situation. Adjective. Having been deceived. Coverage. Noun. An amount by which something or someone is covered. Boarding. Verb. To step or climb onto or otherwise enter a ship, aircraft, train or other conveyance. Noun. The act of people getting aboard a ship, aircraft, train, bus, etc. Embarkation. Adverb. Before noon. Mixer. Noun. One who, or a device that, mixes or merges things together. Respect. Noun. An attitude of consideration or high regard. Verb. To have respect for. Interjection. Hello. Hi. Ideally. Adverb. In an ideal way. Perfectly. Aforementioned. Noun. The one or ones mentioned previously. Adjective. Previously mentioned. Broadcast. Noun. A transmission of a radio or television program intended to be received by anyone with a receiver. Verb. To transmit a message or signal through radio waves or electronic means. Adjective. Cast or scattered widely in all directions. Cast abroad. Adverb. Widely in all directions. Abroad. According. Verb. To make, to agree or correspond. To suit one thing to another. To adjust. Adjective. Agreeing. In agreement or harmony. Harmonious. Adverb. Accordingly. Correspondingly. Chew. Noun. The act of chewing. Mastication with the mouth. Verb. To crush with the teeth by repeated closing and opening of the jaws. Done to food to soften it and break it down by the action of saliva before it is swallowed. Sold. Verb. Detransitive. To transfer goods or provide services in exchange for money. Clean. Noun. Removal of dirt. Verb. To remove dirt from a place or object. Adjective. Heading. Physical. Free of dirt or impurities or protuberances. Adverb. fully and completely. Impressions. Noun. The indentation or depression made by the pressure of one object on or into another. Verb. To manipulate a blank key within a lock so as to mark it with impressions of the shape of the lock, which facilitates creation of a duplicate key. Restrictions. Noun. The act of restricting, or the state of being restricted. Biggest. Adjective. Of great size, large. Arrives. Verb. To reach. To get to a certain place. Pastries. Noun. A baked food item made from flour and fat pastes such as pie crust. Also tarts, bear claws, Napoleons, puff pastries, etc. Additionally. Adverb. By way of addition, in addition to, also. Discriminate. Verb. To make distinctions. Adjective. Having the difference marked, distinguished by certain tokens. Into. Preposition. To or towards the inside of. Contains. Verb. To hold inside. Muttering. Verb. To utter words, especially complaints or angry expressions, indistinctly or with a low voice and lips partly closed. To say under one's breath. Noun. Something that is muttered. Sagas. Noun. An Old Norse, Icelandic, prose narrative, especially one dealing with family or social histories and legends. Diversity. Noun. The quality of being diverse or different, difference or unlikeness. Land. Noun. The part of earth which is not covered by oceans or other bodies of water. Verb. To descend to a surface, especially from the air. Adjective. Of or relating to land. Lend. Noun. The lumbar region, loin. Attention. Noun. Mental focus. Interjection. Used as a command to bring soldiers to the attention position. Piece. Noun. A part of a larger whole, usually in such a form that it is able to be separated from other parts. Verb. Usually with together. To assemble. Something real or figurative. Parrot. Noun. A kind of bird, many species of which are colorful and able to mimic human speech. Of the order Psittaciformes or, narrowly, of the family Psittacidae. Verb. To repeat exactly what has just been said, without necessarily showing understanding, in the manner of a parrot. Arm. Noun. The portion of the upper human appendage, from the shoulder to the wrist and sometimes including the hand. Verb. To take by the arm. To take up in one's arms. Sometimes. Adjective. Former. Sometime. Adverb. On certain occasions, or in certain circumstances, but not always. Gifted. Verb. To give as a gift or donation. Adjective. Endowed with special, in particular intellectual, abilities. Perhaps. Noun. An uncertainty. Adverb. Modifies a verb, indicating a lack of certainty. Bit. Noun. A piece of metal placed in a horse's mouth and connected to the reins to direct the animal. Verb. To put a bridle upon. To put the bit in the mouth of a horse. Merit. Noun. A claim to commendation or a reward. Verb. To deserve, to earn. Ostrich. Noun. A large flightless bird, Struthio camelus, native to Africa. Single. Noun. A 45 RPM vinyl record with one song on side A and one on side B. Verb. To identify or select one member of a group from the others. Generally used without, either to single out or to single something out. Adjective. Not accompanied by anything else. One in number. Flavored. Verb. To add flavoring to something. Adjective. Having a specific taste, often due to the addition of flavoring. Buckets. Noun. A container made of rigid material, often with a handle, used to carry liquids or small items. Verb. To place inside a bucket. Excite. Verb. To stir the emotions of items. Noun. A distinct physical object. Verb. To make a note of. Roller coaster. Noun, an amusement ride consisting of a buggy on a track that rises, falls, twists and turns. Horror. Noun, an intense distressing emotion of fear or repugnance. Hierarchy. Noun, a body of authoritative officials organized in nested ranks. Magazine. Noun, a non-academic periodical publication, generally consisting of sheets of paper folded in half and stapled at the fold. Recoverable. Noun, amounts of reinsurance coverage that are due from a reinsurer. Adjective, capable of being regained or recovered. Immutable. Noun, something that cannot be changed. Adjective, unable to be changed without exception. Invitations. Noun, the act of inviting. Solicitation, the requesting of a person's company. Changes. Noun, the process of becoming different. Verb, to become something different. Drained. Verb, to lose liquid. Adjective, lacking motivation and energy. Very tired. Knackered. Align. Verb, to form a line, to fall into line. Deemed. Verb, to judge, to pass judgment on, to doom, to sentence. Adjective, an accreditation awarded to higher educational institutions in India. Mean. Verb, to lament. Verb, to intend. Devil. Noun, an evil creature. Verb, to make like a devil. To invest with the character of a devil. Lend. Noun, the lumbar region, loin. Smell. Noun, a sensation, pleasant or unpleasant, detected by inhaling air, or, the case of water-breathing animals. Water, carrying airborne molecules of a substance. Verb, to sense a smell or smells. Conducts. Noun, the act or method of controlling or directing. Verb, to lead, or guide, to escort. Muddy. Verb, to get mud on, something. Adjective, covered with or full of mud or wet soil. Loud. Noun, a loud sound or part of a sound. Adjective, of a sound, of great intensity. Polling. Verb, to take, record the votes of, an electorate. Noun, the action of taking a poll. Food. Noun, any solid substance that can be consumed by living organisms, especially by eating, in order to sustain life. Across. Noun, crosswords, often in combination. A word that runs horizontally in the completed puzzle grid or its associated clue. Adverb, from one side to the other. Preposition, to, toward or from the far side of. Something that lies between 2 points of interest. Standards. Noun, a principle or example or measure used for comparison. Adjective, pertaining to standards. Concerned with standards. Specific to standards. Accepted. Verb, to receive, especially with a consent, with favor, or with approval. Adjective, generally approved, believed, or recognized. Marketplace. Noun, an open area in a town housing a public market. Group. Noun, a number of things or persons being in some relation to one another. Verb, to put together to form a group. Allergy. Noun, a disorder of the immune system causing adverse reactions to substances. Allergens. Not harmful to most and marked by the body's production of histamines and associated with atopy. Anaphylaxis. An asthma. Fighter. Noun, a person who fights, a combatant. Statement. Noun, a declaration or remark. Declarations. Noun, a written or oral indication of a fact, opinion, or belief. Below. Adverb, in a lower place. Preposition, lower in spatial position than. Article. Noun, a piece of non-fictional writing such as a story, report, opinion piece, or entry in a newspaper, magazine, journal, dictionary, encyclopedia, etc. Verb, to bind by articles of apprenticeship. Raining. Verb, to have rain fall from the sky. Noun, a fall of rain. Complaining. Verb, to express feelings of pain, dissatisfaction, or resentment. Noun, the act by which someone complains. A complaint. Dances. Noun, a sequence of rhythmic steps or movements usually performed to music, for pleasure or as a form of social interaction. Verb, to move with rhythmic steps or movements, especially in time to music. History. Noun, the aggregate of past events. Verb, to narrate or record. Remind. Verb, to cause one to experience a memory of someone or something, to bring to the notice or consideration of a person. Orientation. Noun, the determination of the relative position of something or someone. Carving. Verb, to cut. Noun, a carved object. Easygoing. Adjective, of a person, calm, relaxed, casual and informal. Skills. Verb, to set apart, separate. Combining. Verb, to bring two or more things or activities together. To unite. Noun, the act by which things are combined or brought together. Contest. Noun, controversy, debate. Verb, to contend. Recurring. Verb, to have recourse to someone or something for assistance, support, etc. Noun, a recurrence, a coming round again. Adjective, happening or occurring frequently, with repetition. Grading. Verb, to assign scores to the components of an academic test. Noun, a rank or grade. Emotion. Noun, a person's internal state of being, an involuntary physiological response to an object or a situation, based on or tied to physical state and sensory data. Response. Noun, a response. Verb, to say something in return, to answer, to reply. Initial. Noun, the first letter of a word or a name. Verb, to sign one's initial, S, as an abbreviated signature. Adjective, chronologically first, early, of or pertaining to the beginning, cause or origin. Friendly. Noun, a game which is of no consequence in terms of ranking, betting, etc. Adjective, generally warm, approachable and easy to relate with in character. Initiatives. Noun, a beginning, a first move. Crab. Noun, a crustacean of the infraorder Brachyura, having 5 pairs of legs, the foremost of which are in the form of claws, and a carapace. Verb, to fish for crabs. Interfere. Verb, to get involved or involve oneself, causing disturbance. Pass out. Verb, to faint, to become unconscious. Cappuccino. Noun, an Italian coffee-based beverage made from espresso and milk that has been steamed and or frothed. Should. Verb, modal, auxiliary verb, defective, used before a verb to indicate the simple future tense in the first person singular or plural. Noun, a statement of what ought to be the case as opposed to what is the case. Verb, to make a statement of what ought to be true, as opposed to reality. Verb, auxiliary, be obliged to, have an obligation to, indicates that the subject of the sentence has some obligation to execute the sentence predicate, or that the speaker has some strong advice but has no authority to enforce it. Multiple. Noun, a whole number that can be divided by another number with no remainder. Adjective, more than one, followed by plural. Sin. Noun, a violation of God's will or religious law. Verb, to commit a sin. Learning. Verb, to acquire, or attempt to acquire knowledge or an ability to do something. Verb, to teach. Noun, an act in which something is learned. Costs. Verb, to incur a charge of, to require payment of a specified price. Noun, amount of money, time, etc., that is required or used. Noun, manner, way, means, available course, contrivance. Noun, a rib, a side, occupy. Verb, of time, to take or use. Land. Noun. The part of earth which is not covered by oceans or other bodies of water. Verb. To descend to a surface, especially from the air. Adjective. Of or relating to land. Separated. Verb. To divide a thing into separate parts. Adjective. Detached. Not connected or joined. Two or more things stand apart. Girlfriend. Noun. A female partner in an unmarried romantic relationship. Greedy. Adjective. Having greed. Consumed by selfish desires. Forest. Noun. A dense uncultivated tract of trees and undergrowth. Larger than woods. Verb. To cover an area with trees. Interested. Verb. To engage the attention of. To awaken interest in. To excite emotion or passion in behalf of a person or thing. Adjective. Having or showing interest. Polygons. Noun. A plane figure bounded by edges that are all straight lines. Florist. Noun. A person who sells flowers. Established. Verb. To make stable or firm. To confirm. Adjective. Having been in existence for a long time and therefore recognized and generally accepted. Planned. Verb. To design a building, machine, etc. Adjective. Existing or designed according to a plan. Boost. Noun. A push from behind, as to one who is endeavoring to climb. Verb. To lift or push from behind. One who is endeavoring to climb. To push up. Keeping. Verb. To continue in a course or mode of action. Not to intermit or fall from. To uphold or maintain. Noun. Conformity or harmony. Burned. Verb. To cause to be consumed by fire. Moisture. Noun. That which moistens or makes damp or wet, exuding fluid, liquid in small quantity. Lend. Noun. The lumbar region, loin. Curtains. Noun. A piece of cloth covering a window, bed, etc. To offer privacy and keep out light. Verb. To cover a window with a curtain. To hang curtains. Noun. In reference to curtains closing at the end of a stage show. An end. Death. Editors. Noun. A person who edits or makes changes to documents. Intuitive. Noun. One who has, especially parapsychological, intuition. Adjective. Spontaneous. Without requiring conscious thought. Occasionally. Adverb. On the occasion of something else happening. Incidentally, by the way. Noted. Verb. To notice with care. To observe. To remark. To heed. Adjective. Well known because of one's reputation. Famous. Celebrated. Determines. Verb. To set the boundaries or limits of. Quick. Noun. Raw or sensitive flesh, especially that underneath finger and toenails. Verb. To amalgamate surfaces prior to gilding or silvering by dipping them into a solution of mercury in nitric acid. Adjective. Moving with speed, rapidity or swiftness, are capable of doing so. Rapid. Fast. Adverb. Quickly. In a quick manner. Look up. Verb. To have better prospects. Improves. Verb. To make something better. To increase the value or productivity of something. Fresh. Noun. A rush of water. Along a river or onto the land. A flood. Verb. Commercial fishing. To pack fish loosely on ice. Adjective. Newly produced or obtained. Recent. Adverb. Recently. Just recently. Most recently. Journal. Noun. A diary or daily record of a person, organization, vessel, etc. Daybook. Verb. To archive or record something. Adjective. Daily. Graphic. Noun. A drawing or picture. Adjective. Drawn. Pictorial. Reception. Noun. The act of receiving. Optimistic. Adjective. Expecting the best in all possible ways. Mayonnaise. Noun. A dressing made from vegetable oil, raw egg yolks and seasoning. Used on salads. with French fries, in sandwiches, etc. Marry. Verb, to enter into the conjugal or connubial state, to take a husband or a wife. Grouping. Verb, to put together to form a group. Noun, a collection of things or people united as a group. Milliseconds. Noun, 1/1000th of a second. Symbol, ms. Resistant. Noun, a person who resists, especially a member of a resistance movement. Adjective, which makes resistance or offers opposition. Hopeful. Noun, someone who is hoping for success or victory, especially as a candidate in a political election. Adjective, feeling hope. Reading. Verb, to look at and interpret letters or other information that is written. Noun, the process of interpreting written language. Slow. Noun, someone who is slow, a sluggard. Verb, to make something run, move, etc., less quickly, to reduce the speed of. Adjective, taking a long time to move or go a short distance, or to perform an action, not quick in motion, proceeding at a low speed. Adverb, slowly. Capture. Noun, an act of capturing, a seizing by force or stratagem. Verb, to take control of, to seize by force or stratagem. Celebrated. Verb, to extol or honor in a solemn manner. Adjective, famous or widely praised. Decorator. Noun, someone who decorates. Horse. Noun, any of several animals related to Equus ferus caballus. Dumped. Verb, to release, especially in large quantities and chaotic manner. Probability. Noun, the state of being probable, likelihood. Love. Noun, strong affection. Verb, usually transitive, sometimes intransitive. Stative, to have a strong affection for someone or something. Curtains. Noun, a piece of cloth covering a window, bed, etc., to offer privacy and keep out light. Verb, to cover a window with a curtain, to hang curtains. Noun, in reference to curtains closing at the end of a stage show. An end. Death. Efficiency. Noun, the extent to which time is well used for the intended task. Internal. Adjective, inside of something. Mostly. Adverb, mainly or chiefly, for the most part, usually, generally, on the whole. Make for. Verb, to set out to go somewhere, to move towards. Grilled. Verb, to cook food on a grill, to barbecue. Verb, to make angry, provoke, incite. Adjective, cooked on a grill. Nightmare. Noun, a demon or monster, thought to plague people while they slept and cause a feeling of suffocation and terror during sleep. Sets. Verb, to put something down, to rest. Noun, a punch for setting nails in wood. Noun, a young plant fit for setting out. A slip. Shoot. Verb, to divide a class group in a subject according to ability. Noun, the system of tunnels that is the home of a badger. Got. Verb, detransitive, to obtain, to acquire. Partnership. Noun, the state of being associated with a partner. Blue. Noun, the color of the clear sky or the deep sea, between green and violet in the visible spectrum, and one of the primary additive colors for transmitted light. The color obtained by subtracting red and green from white light using magenta and cyan filters. Or any color resembling this. Verb, to make or become blue. Adjective, of the color blue. Joined. Verb, to connect or combine into one, to put together. Constructors. Noun, a person who, or thing that, constructs. Selection. Noun, a process by which heritable traits conferring survival and reproductive advantage to individuals, or related individuals, tend to be passed on to succeeding generations and become more frequent in a population, whereas other less favorable traits tend to become eliminated. The differential survival and reproduction of phenotypes. Noun. The process or act of selecting. Jeweler. Noun. A person whose job is making, repairing or selling jewelry. Images. Noun. An optical or other representation of a real object. A graphic. A picture. Verb. To represent by an image or symbol. To portray. Conscious. Noun. The part of the mind that is aware of itself. The consciousness. Adjective. Alert. Awake. With one's mental faculties active. Different. Noun. The different ideal. Adjective. Not the same. Exhibiting a difference. Adverb. Differently. Cries. Noun. A shedding of tears. The act of crying. Verb. To shed tears, to weep. Lived. Verb. To be alive. To have life. Adjective. In combination. Having a specified duration of life. Popcorn. Noun. A snack food made from corn, maize kernels popped by dry heating. Verb. Of a guinea pig. To stand up or jump up quickly. Honeymoon. Noun. The period of time immediately following a marriage. Verb. To have a honeymoon. A trip taken by a couple after wedding. Gaps. Noun. An opening in anything made by breaking or parting. Verb. To notch. As a sword or knife. Noun. An elected head of a Gawag in Bhutan. Organize. Verb. To arrange in working order. Oral. Noun. A spoken test or examination. Particularly in a language class. Adjective. Relating to the mouth. Instruments. Noun. A device used to produce music. Verb. To apply measuring devices. During. Verb. To last, continue, endure. Preposition. For all of a given time interval. Firefighter. Noun. A person who puts out fires. Deemed. Verb. To judge. To pass judgment on. To doom. To sentence. Adjective. An accreditation awarded to higher educational institutions in India. Setting. Verb. To put something down. To rest. Verb. To divide a class group in a subject according to ability. Noun. The time, place and circumstance in which something, such as a story or picture, is set. Context. Scenario. Adjective. That disappears below the horizon. Handicapped. Verb. To encumber with a handicap in any contest. Noun. A disabled person. Adjective. Having a handicap. President. Noun. An act in the past which may be used as an example to help decide the outcome of similar instances. In the future. Noun. The head of state of a republic. Adjective. Occupying the first rank or chief place. Having the highest authority. Presiding. Papers. Noun. A sheet material used for writing on or printing on. Or as a non-waterproof container. Usually made by draining cellulose fibers from a suspension in water. Verb. To apply paper to. Noun. Official documents or identification. As a passport. Illustrate. Verb. To shed light upon. Rides. Noun. An instance of riding. Verb. To transport oneself by sitting on and directing a horse. Later also a bicycle, etc. Confluence. Noun. The place where two rivers, streams, or other continuously flowing bodies of water meet and become one. Especially where a tributary joins a river. Non-existent. Adjective. Not existent, not real. Namesake. Noun. One who is named after another or for whom another is named. Verb. To name somebody after somebody else. Credit. Noun. Reliance on the truth of something said or done. Faith. Trust. Verb. To believe. To put credence in. Cheeky. Adjective. Impudent. Impertinent. Impertinently bold. Often in a way that is regarded as endearing or amusing. Dollar. Noun. Official designation for currency in some parts of the world, including Canada, the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, and elsewhere. Its symbol is $. Jeweler. Noun. A person whose job is making, repairing or selling jewelry. Careful. Adjective. Taking care. Attentive to potential danger, error or harm. Cautious. Servers. Noun. A program that provides services to other programs or devices, either in the same computer or over a computer network. Concise. Verb. To make concise. To abridge or summarize. Adjective. Brief, yet including all important information. Map. Noun. A visual representation of an area, whether real or imaginary. Verb. To create a visual representation of a territory, etc., via cartography. Infinitive. Noun. Grammar. The infinitive mood or mode. A grammatical mood. Adjective. Grammar. Formed with the infinitive. Bravery. Noun. Usually uncountable, being brave, courageousness. Analyze. Verb. To subject to analysis. Council. Noun. A committee that leads or governs, e.g. city council, student council. Bro. Noun. Brother. A male sibling. Fruit. Noun. Often in the plural. In general. A product of plant growth useful to man or animals. Verb. To produce fruit, seeds, or spores. Melody. Noun. Tune. Sequence of notes that makes up a musical phrase. Insights. Noun. A sight or view of the interior of anything. A deep inspection or view. Introspection. Frequently used with into. Deep. Noun. With the deep part of a lake, sea, etc. Adjective. Of a physical distance. Extending far away from a point of reference. Especially downwards. Adverb. Deeply. Receive. Noun. An operation in which data is received. Verb. To take. As something that is offered, given, committed, sent, paid, etc. To accept. To be given something. Mistress. Noun. A woman. Specifically one with great control, authority or ownership. Verb. Of a woman. To master. To learn or develop to a high degree of proficiency. Loan. Noun. An act or instance of lending. An act or instance of granting something for temporary use. Verb. To lend something to someone. Performance. Noun. The act of performing, carrying into execution or action. Execution. Achievement. Accomplishment. Representation by action. Layer. Noun. A single thickness of some material covering a surface. Verb. To cut or divide something into layers. Proposal. Noun. Something which is proposed or offered for consideration or acceptance. Grasped. Verb. To grip. To take hold, particularly with the hand. Absorb. Verb. To include so that it no longer has separate existence. To overwhelm. To cause to disappear as if by swallowing up. To incorporate. To assimilate. To take in and use up. Naturally. Adverb. In a natural manner. Optimize. Verb. Originally intransitive. To act optimistically or as an optimist. Sizing. Verb. To adjust the size of. To make a certain size. Verb. To apply glue or other primer to a surface which is to be painted. Noun. A gelatinous glue for glazing or sizing canvas. Paper. Plaster or wood. Often made from animal skins. Caramel. Noun. A smooth, chewy, sticky confection made by heating sugar and other ingredients until the sugars polymerize and become sticky. Verb. To caramelize. Adjective. Of a yellow-brown color. Fare. Noun. A going, journey, travel, voyage, course, passage. Progress. Noun. Movement or advancement through a series of events or points in time. Development through time. Liquid. Noun. A substance that is flowing and keeping no shape, such as water. A substance of which the molecules while not tending to separate from one another like those of a gas, readily change their relative position, and which therefore retains no definite shape, except that determined by the containing receptacle, an inelastic fluid. Adjective, flowing freely like water. Fluid, not solid and not gaseous, composed of particles that move freely among each other on the slightest pressure. Perform, verb, to do something, to execute. Boy, noun, a young male. Verb, to use the word boy to refer to someone. Interjection, exclamation of surprise, pleasure or longing. Publish, verb, to issue something, such as printed work, for distribution and or sale. Played, verb, to act in a manner such that one has fun. To engage in activities expressly for the purpose of recreation or entertainment. Shoes, noun, a protective covering for the foot, with a bottom part composed of thick leather or plastic sole and often a thicker heel, and a softer upper part made of leather or synthetic material. Shoes generally do not extend above the ankle, as opposed to boots, which do. Verb, to put shoes on one's feet. Indication, noun, act of pointing out or indicating. Canoeing, verb, to ride or paddle a canoe. Noun, a water sport involving traveling or racing in canoes or kayaks. Depressed, verb, to press down. Adjective, unhappy, despondent. Augmented, verb, to increase, to make larger or supplement. Adjective, increased in number, amount or strength. Scissors, noun, one blade on a pair of scissors. Verb, to cut using, or as if using, scissors. Noun, usually construed as plural, a tool used for cutting thin material, consisting of two crossing blades attached at a pivot point in such a way that the blades slide across each other when the handles are closed. Consciousness, noun, the state of being conscious or aware, awareness. Habits, noun, an action performed on a regular basis. Verb, to clothe. Obtain, verb, to get hold of, to gain possession of, to procure, to acquire, in any way. Spare, noun, the act of sparing. Moderation, restraint. Adjective, scant, not abundant or plentiful. Numbness, noun, absent or reduced sensitivity to cutaneous stimulation. Sink, noun, a basin used for holding water for washing. Verb, heading, physical, to move or be moved into something. Bless, verb, to make something holy by religious rite, sanctify. Impacted, verb, to collide or strike, the act of impinging. Adjective, having undergone an impact. Happily, adverb, by chance, perhaps. Hit, noun, a blow, a punch, a striking against, the collision of one body against another, the stroke that touches anything. Verb, heading, physical, to strike. Adjective, very successful. Deployment, noun, an arrangement or classification of things. Beautician, noun, one who does hairstyling, manicures, and other beauty treatments. Jobs, noun, a task. Verb, to do odd jobs or occasional work for hire. Pick, noun, a tool used for digging. A pickaxe. Verb, to grasp and pull with the fingers or fingernails. Random, noun, a roving motion, course without definite direction, lack of rule or method. Chance, adjective, having unpredictable outcomes and, in the ideal case, all outcomes equally probable, resulting from such selection, lacking statistical correlation. Presenter, noun, someone who presents a broadcast program, a compere or master of ceremonies. Fashionable, noun, a fashionable person. A fop, adjective, characteristic of or influenced by a current popular trend or style. Out, noun, a means of exit, escape, reprieve, etc. Verb, to eject, to expel. Adjective. Not at home. Not at one's office or place of employment. Adverb. Away from the inside, center or other point of reference. Preposition. From the inside to the outside of. Out of. Interjection. Procedure word. A radio procedure word meaning that the station is finished with its transmission and does not expect a response. Pros. Noun. An advantage of something, especially when contrasted with its disadvantages. Cons. Noun. A professional sportsman. Noun. A prostitute. Noun. A proproctor. Bless. Verb. To make something holy by religious rite, sanctify. Everywhere. Adverb. In or to all locations under discussion. Politely. Adverb. In a polite manner. Slip. Noun. A thin, slippery mix of clay and water. Ache. Noun. Continued dull pain, as distinguished from sudden twinges or spasmodic pain. Verb. To suffer pain. To be the source of, or be in, pain, especially continued dull pain. To be distressed. Helps. Noun. Action given to provide assistance. Aid. Verb. To provide assistance to someone or something. Curry. Noun. One of a family of dishes originating from South Asian cuisine, flavored by a spiced sauce. Verb. To cook or season with curry powder. Skin. Noun. The outer protective layer of the body of any animal, including of a human. Verb. To injure the skin of. Noun. Someone with a shaved head. Pear. Noun. An edible fruit produced by the pear tree, similar to an apple but elongated towards the stem. Handlers. Noun. One who handles something, especially manually, or someone. Kindly. Adjective. Having a kind personality. Kind, warm-hearted, sympathetic. Indoor. Adjective. Situated in, or designed to be used in, or carried on within, the interior of a building. Mostly. Adverb. Mainly or chiefly, for the most part, usually, generally, on the whole. Scarf. Noun. A long, often knitted, garment worn around the neck. Verb. To throw on loosely. To put on like a scarf. Shoot. Noun. The emerging stem and embryonic leaves of a new plant. Verb. To launch a projectile. Faucet. Noun. An exposed plumbing fitting. A tap or spigot. A regulator for controlling the flow of a liquid from a reservoir. Japan. Noun. A hard black enamel varnish containing asphalt. Verb. To varnish with Japan. Disembarked. Verb. To remove from on board a vessel. To put on shore.